As many of you know, a sad day is approaching. In just a few short days, the final Splatfest for Splatoon 2 will begin, marking the end of Nintendo's expansion support for this game. The online modes will still be supported, likely until the end of the Switch's life cycle, and if the Wii U is any indication, probably quite a while after that. However, there will be no more new weapons, maps, or Nintendo-created events added to this game. Now, this is pretty sad for Splatoon 2 owners, especially people late to the game. I never played a massive amount of Splatoon 2, as it was a little too similar for Splatoon 1 for me to put in a lot of investment. I played a ton of Splatoon 1, but I didn't get as into Splatoon 2. However, I would always try to come back for the Splatfests. So seeing the main factor of why I played this game being shut down is disappointing. I can only hope that this is because Splatoon 3 is in the works as we speak. Now, in terms of the final Splatfest, can I just say how proud I am of how far we've come? We've gone from debating which pop star is the best, to a battle of idealisms. I am so proud of this community. The final Splatfest is Chaos vs. Order, premiering and ending on these dates, which I forgot to write down for filming this video and will add in post during the editing process. Now, the big question a lot of people have regarding this final Splatfest is, of course, which team will win? Now, just looking at it, since there's only two options, it appears that you have a 50-50 chance of victory. By saying that either Team Chaos or Team Order will win, you have a 50% chance of being right and a 50% chance of choosing the winning team. Or do you? Over the past few weeks, I've been mulling over a bunch of Splatfest data from Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 to see if I can figure out if there are any variables that might impact which team will win this final Splatfest. Is it truly a 50-50 split? Today, we're going to go over statistics gathered from previous Splatfests to see if we can predict which team has the advantage in achieving victory during this final competition. So let's get started. Now, before we go over the statistical data, there's a few things I want to clear up. One, these are dealing with worldwide statistics, so Splatfests that take place all around the world. So we'll be accounting for North American Splatfest and Japanese Splatfest and European Splatfest. However, if a Splatfest takes place worldwide, it will only account for 1 point, which means that if a Splatfest is specific to one region, such as Donatello versus Raphael, which was exclusive to North America and Europe, while My Melody versus Hello Kitty was exclusive to Japan, those two Splatfests count for different points, whereas a worldwide Splatfest only counts for 1. Now, in terms of subject matter, the Splatfests are a little difficult to track. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to compare which Ninja Turtle is the best to whether or not roller coasters and water slides are the best. The subject matter of each Splatfest is pretty varied, so it's hard to draw parallels between them. But what isn't hard to draw parallels is the colors of each winning team. For these pie charts, I've calculated the victory percentage of each color across Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. However, there's a problem. A lot of colors aren't equally used. Colors like blue and green are used very frequently in Splatfest, whereas colors like brown and gray are not. This method is a problem mainly because the colors representing Order and Chaos are silver and gold, and these colors have only been used once before in a prior Splatfest, family versus friend. The problem is, this is only one piece of data. It's not enough to build a statistical analysis on. It's like tossing a coin. Sure, it may land on heads or tails the first time, but just because it does it once doesn't mean it's always going to land on that. There isn't enough data here to work with this. When comparing statistics, you should have at least 10 instances to draw data from, and given that we only have 10% of that, while I will technically still count this as a point for Team Order, it really isn't a strong point. So we need to find something a little bit more concrete to base the next statistics on. However, there's another factor that might even be more important than ink color: pop star endorsement. A factor that has remained across all Splatfests is that each team always has a pop star endorsement. In the first games, each Splatfest team was endorsed by either Callie or Marie, and in the second game, each Splatfest was either endorsed by Pearl or Marina. Whichever of these Inklings, or in Marina's case Octoling, is more popular can have an impact on which team would win. For example, if I don't know exactly which team I want to pick in Splatoon 1, I would typically pick Callie's team because I liked her character better in Splatoon 1, and if I didn't know which team to pick in Splatoon 2, I would typically pick Marina's team because I liked her character better than Pearl. It's that simple. However, popularity isn't everything. Even if your team is the most popular due to either the pop star endorsing it or the subject matter of the team, you still need to win at least one of the battle brackets in order for your team to be victorious. So instead of looking at which Inkling has won the popular vote most of the time, we'll be looking at which Inkling has a higher ratio of wins versus losses across all of Splatfest. So, which pop stars receive the highest percentage of victories over the course of their entire careers? And yes, we will be counting Callie and Marie in these statistics because they are also supporting Team Chaos and Order respectively. So even if you're not a big Pearl and Marina fan but you like Callie and Marie, this might have an impact on which team you pick. There's also a lot of other characters like Captain Cuttlefish, the best waifu of all Splatoon, is on Team Order, whereas DJ Octavia, best husbando of Splatoon, is on Team Chaos. These characters have not been tied to any previous Splatfest. As such, there's not a lot of statistical data to derive from their inclusions. So which Inkling, or in Marina's case Octoling, has achieved the highest percentage of victories? Well, according to this chart, Marina is at the top with 29%, Pearl with 27%, Callie 1% below at 26%, and Marie surprisingly at 18%. However, this percentage listed is inaccurate. Splatoon 2 has had a lot more Splatfest than Splatoon 1, so naturally, Pearl and Marina's statistics will be a lot higher. So we need to adjust both of these percentages to a common denominator in order to figure out which Inkling truly has the most number of wins. When we look at Splatoon 2's data, it's actually pretty close. Marina only edges out Pearl by 2 points. Callie and Marie, on the other hand, is a bit more unbalanced. Callie has 58% of the wins, whereas Marie only has 42%. Combining these adjusted percentages actually gives us that Callie has the highest percentage of wins across all Inkling, ranking at a solid 29%. Marina in second at 26, Pearl at 24, and Marie at 21. But there is one final statistic. Subject matter of the Splatfest. Now this is a bit more difficult because the subject matter of each Splatfest ranges from which character is best, SpongeBob versus Patrick, between what food is best, ice cream versus cake. There isn't as much of a common factor to each of these Splatfests to really determine which of them is more likely to win. However, when taking a look at the Splatfest, there is something interesting that you'll notice. Across Autobots vs. Decepticons, Naughty vs. Nice, and Heroes vs. Villains, the villainous team has always been number 1. In the Autobots vs. Decepticons Splatfest, the Decepticons won. In Naughty vs. Nice, Naughty won. In Heroes vs. Villains for Smash Bros., Villains won, and in SpongeBob vs. Patrick, Patrick won. So, what does this mean for Order versus Chaos? In most modern media interpretations, Order is typically portrayed as heroic, whereas Chaos is typically portrayed to be evil. This is not a fact, as both are necessary in order to maintain balance in our universe. However, it does stand to reason that through this portrayal, there might be a stronger chance of Chaos winning. So, going over these statistics, it seems overwhelmingly possible that Chaos will be the victor of this Splatfest. However, despite these statistics, I will still be fighting on this final Splatfest for Team Order. Now, you might be asking why. I've literally just looked at all the factual evidence from prior Splatfest, and it seems statistically impossible for Order to win. However, statistics aren't everything. When looking at the victory percentage of Splatoon, Callie won more Splatfests. However, she did not win the final Splatfest that pitted her against Marie. Statistics are not an absolute law. They're a way of predicting things, but they are not always correct, and they never will be. Just because things are looking very positive for Team Chaos doesn't mean that Team Chaos will win. And I plan on doing everything in my power to prevent that from happening by fighting for Team Order. And while I am very sad that Splatoon 2 will no longer be receiving any new updates, I hope it's because Splatoon 3 is in the works. Unfortunately, this video will be irrelevant in a matter of days, but it was fun to make. And I thought it'd be interesting to see if I'm right or wrong. Let me know down in the comments because you'll be able to edit those once the Splatfest airs. And this video will be up forever, with me being either right and looking incredibly smart, or me being wrong and looking like a complete doofus. Either way, it's a 50-50 chance. Even though statistically it shows that Chaos is more likely to win, I will still be fighting for Order, and I look forward to seeing some of you on the battlefield. Well, that's all I've got to say for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, stay fresh. Okay, that's not nearly as cool when I do it.